Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles and great millstone. And Barakatham to you, brothers, inside teaching this truth with faith and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And this is a screenshot I took from Danny Hafon. He's basically, a guy on YouTube that, brings out good information on, the things that's happening in the world, and I took a screenshot of this because I didn't have time to watch the video. And it says Israel announces Iran attack to occur before U.S. election, and the small heads, they want all hell to break loose, mainly Netanyahu, Netanyahu, mainly him, because he knows if Israel, he knows if they goes into a peace treaty, he knows he's going to be tried for war crimes. And so he's trying to keep, that place over there in a perpetual state of war, because that's the only way that he wouldn't, go to jail and face all the war crimes that he's done for bombing all those, so-called innocent people. And it says Israel announces Iran attack to occur before U.S. election, and we don't really know what's going to happen over here. It might not even be an election by the time, because they got all these so-called illegal immigrants over here. They have all these different sleeper cells, people from different countries, different nationals from China, the South America, all over the place. They got different military-aged men that's over here in America right now, and it's millions of them, and we can only speculate on what it's going to be like, when the election time comes, because they could, flip the switch and, have all type of, shit pop off, different false flags and so forth, And continuing to read, it says, before U.S. election, Iran says it has secret weapon more damaging than nuclear bomb as Middle East descends into all-out war, man. So, Israel is when Israel goes through with this attack, and they say before the elections, it's going to draw America out, and Lord willing, it kicks off World War III, Lord willing, it kicks off the beginning of World War III, and all hell breaks loose, man. Once it goes hot over there, pretty sure this place is not going to be too far behind, So let's go get some scriptures. And this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong, And a plowshare and a pruning hook are farming tools. And they beat those farming tools, into weapons, And that's what these different countries have been doing. Russia, China, they've been, spending, their military, all of their military budgets on weapons. Iran, North Korea, they've been spending their nuclear, not nuclear, but their money, their military budgets on weapons, on weapons to go against, mainly a Babylon the Great, and mainly what they've been stockpiling is those nuclear weapons, And let the weak say, I am strong. They don't fear America, man. They ready. They ready to go all out, And this is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because this third world war is going to be fought with missiles, man, with mainly nuclear weapons. Mainly nuclear weapons, man. And Iran, I mean, not Iran, but Russia, Russia posted a video. I don't know if it was on one of their social media sites. Not social media sites, but one of their platforms that they distribute through. And it was a video, depicting of what one of their nuclear warheads would do to London. It completely destroyed the whole it destroyed the whole area. In Russia, they have a missile called the Satan II, and it's capable of carrying up to 10 different warheads. And just one completely wiped out, London, and they have just one missile that could carry up to 10 nuclear warheads, So this thing is, hey, man, this thing, when they decide to shoot these things, it's going to be a wrap, man. It's going to be a wrap, mainly in this place, Babylon the Great, And let's go get... This is Amos, and we'll get chapter 9 and verse 8, okay? Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and that sinful kingdom is America, Babylon the Great, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord, okay? So when Yahushua comes back and destroys this place, he's going to, the 144,000 elect is going to also be delivered, at the same time, But this place, America, Babylon the Great, is going to get fucking destroyed. And we can go also, we could get that. This is 1 Thessalonians. Chapter 5 and verse 2, okay? For yourselves, is this the right one? Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it now. Salakia. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. Okay, here we go. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Okay, so when Yahweh comes back, when Yahweh comes back on those chariots, and completely destroys this place by way of those nuclear missiles, and also with the chariots, because the chariots are going to be shooting laser beams at this place also, the 144,000 elect will also be beamed up into those chariots, while those nuclear missiles are raining down, and the 2/3, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, because the 2/3 are going to be looking up, at the so-called UFOs, but they're really the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, But, the 2/3, they've come to, know it by way of a UFO, an alien, and they're going to be, troubled with terrible fear and amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, because they're going to be looking at the chariots beam the brothers up, man. So far beyond all that they looked for, And let's go get Psalms. Okay, this is Psalms chapter 91, and I'll start at verse 7. Okay, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Okay, let's go to verse 6. For the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, and this could also be, you could go into it as, when the hopeful elect, is being beamed up, they're going to see 1,000 fall at thy side, As they being beamed up, they're going to see the reward of the wicked, man. And 10,000 at thy right hand, But it shall not come nigh thee. That nuclear destruction is not going to come by nigh thee, So I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders, any apostles, and great millstones. Shalom.
The unimaginable happens. A nuclear weapon explodes over London. In this documentary, we explore the devastating consequences of this catastrophe. In the simulation, we will use a warhead with a yield of 750 kilotons. That's a pretty powerful charge. Some US and Russian ballistic missiles are capable of carrying up to 10 charges in a single missile. Upon detonation, a fireball as hot as the sun rapidly expands, reaching a radius of 950 meters. Anything trapped inside this fireball is instantly vaporized. In our simulation, the epicenter of the explosion is at Westminster. People within that radius won't even feel anything because the nerve impulse transmission speed is slower. Within 5 kilometers of the epicenter, the blast radius. City of London, Camden Town, Kensington, Brixton. These areas will receive the most destruction. Buildings will be destroyed and debris will fill the streets, creating extremely dangerous conditions for everyone in the vicinity. Given the population density in central London, the initial death toll could exceed 250,000 people and around 600,000 injured. Within a radius of 10 kilometers, the radiation will cause third-degree burns. Within that radius, anything that can burn will catch fire. Gas stations, automobiles, power substations, gas infrastructure. Explosive facilities will explode and amplify the effect of the devastation over a huge area, including areas from Camden to Greenwich and Islington to Wandsworth. According to various estimates, a further 450,000 people will die from burns, debris injuries, or radiation sickness, and over 1 million will be traumatized. Many of these injuries could prove fatal over the next days and weeks. Radiation sickness in particular will take lives days and weeks later. In time, about 100,000 more will be added to the death toll. Within an 18-kilometer radius of the blast, the shock wave will be enough to shatter windows, causing additional casualties to people who come to the windows when they see the nuclear blast. The shock wave will reach Hounslow, Edgware, and Enfield. Depending on the wind, the fallout could spread well beyond the immediate blast zone, potentially affecting areas up to 5 to 10 kilometers away, causing damage even in regions such as Essex or Surrey. The estimated casualties in the event of a 750 kiloton nuclear bomb exploding in London would be about 850,000 people dead and about 2 million injured. If the explosion were to occur on the ground rather than in the air, the fallout map would be greatly expanded, and the radioactive fallout could even reach Manchester, infecting people, land, and animals. The problem with a nuclear explosion in London is also that London is essentially not designed to survive such a disaster. 11 of London's 20 major hospitals would be within the blast. The remaining hospitals would be physically unable to cope with the number of victims. Many people are still alive under the rubble of the buildings, suffering burns, but no one will be able to help them. Since the creation of nuclear weapons less than 100 years ago, there have been more than 20 incidents where a nuclear-armed country was one step away from a nuclear catastrophe. You can easily find these statistics on Wikipedia. I will attach a link to this article in the description of the video. I want to call everyone to action. Nuclear weapons are a real threat to our future. Give this video a like and share it so that as many people as possible can learn about its consequences.